Jodhpur, sir.
Okay, Jodhpur. So, in the next coming 20 to 25 minutes, we will be having a talk which will help me to know your personality and
Yes,
your
sir.
suitability as per the requirements of Indian Navy. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So, how you are feeling?
So good.
Okay, so which train you have come from?
Sir, Bikaner to Bangalore.
Okay, so how much is the distance between Jodhpur and Bangalore?
Sir, approx 5,000.
Okay, so how much time it took?
Sir, 42 hours.
Okay, okay. So, so tell me about the famous places in Jodhpur where you would like to take me as a tour.
Sir, Mehrangarh, Rajoda, Mandol Garden, Umaid Palace are the famous places in Jodhpur.
Okay, so what is famous about Umaid Palace?
Sir, it is famous for tourists who are come from outer countries. Maharaja of Jodhpur live in the Umaid Palace. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Prashant, tell me about your academics. Okay, so starting from class 10th, tell me about your percentages, which you have got, in from which school you have done the classes, your percentages, and any outstanding academic achievements if you have, your favorite teachers you like the most, why do you like the most, the teachers you don't like, why do you don't like them, and that is all. Tell me about these things.
Sir, I did my class 10th from KV number 1 AFS Jodhpur with 78 percentage. And my favorite teacher in class 10th is Chandan sir because he is very friendly with all of the students. And uh, in class 10th achievement is I got distinction in 4 subjects. Talking about my class 12, I also study from class 12 from same school KV1 AFS Jodhpur. In class 12, my favorite teacher is Himat sir, who is our class teacher. And we spend lot of time with us, so we he is favorite one. In class 12, achievement is also distinction in 4 subjects.
Okay, and about class 11th?
So class 11th is taking online from village, so I don't know about.
No, about the percentages you got.
So percentage is 66.
Okay, so why there is a decrease in class 11 percentage?
So in class 11th we live in our village, so there is network issue, so I can't join the class properly.
Okay, okay. So, Prashant, tell me about your parents. Okay, starting from your father, what he is doing now, and your mother, any siblings you have, and from which you share your personal details, your father and mother, and also do tell me about the weakness of your father. Okay, go on.
So talking about my parents, my father name is Sri Ramrathan Vishnu. She is an ex-serviceman, and my mother name is Srimati Rami Vishnu. She is an homemaker. My elder sister is Miss Rinku Vishnu. She is currently pursuing her BCom final year from Omkar Somani College, and my younger sister is Neelam Vishnu. She is currently pursuing her class 11 from KVFS Jodhpur. My I share my personal thoughts and problems to my father and mother both because both are friendly with me. They help me in the problems.
How they help you, and what problems did you share the latest one?
So generally small problems like we fight with our siblings and any money needs requirement for generally these problems.
Okay, so how your siblings means how you manage them as you are the middle one.
Yes, sir.
So how you manage your younger sister?
Sir, my younger sister is little tempered. listen anyone in the house, so I keep quiet and
Okay. So tell me about your participation in sports during your school time. How in which activities you participated, and do tell me your any outstanding achievement you had in your sports. Also tell me about your participation in extracurricular activities if you have any, and outstanding achievements in that field also.
so talking about my sports activity, I am a captain of football team in 10th class, and we won gold medal in regional level. And I am also captain of handball team in 2018-19, when which were held in Bikaner district, and we got gold medal also. And so talking about CC activities, I am a CC captain in class 10th, and also I participate in tree plantation camps.
So, what did you learn about the tree plantation camp, and what position you were in that activity?
Sir, we learn from that we save our environment. Sir, in this activity, position were not held.
So, okay, Prashant, tell me any five advantages that we have from the tree. Tell me any five advantages that we gain from the trees.
Yes, we gain rubber, papers. Sorry, sir, I don't recall it this time.
The most important one you missed, oxygen.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, no, fine. So, do you smoke
No, sir.
or do you drink?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, I'm not at the age of drinking and this.
Means in future you will do.
No, sir, definitely not.
Why?
Because I know the harmful effect of this my body.
So, what are the harmful effects of smoking or drinking alcohol?
Sir, it damages the liver and kidney. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any emotional or mental effects?
Sir, effect on the family, sir.
No, and on the individual. Any effect on the individual?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. So, suppose you are being recommended. So, in which place you will be trained? Do you know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me.
OT guy.
OTA for Navy.
No, sir, for army.
For Navy?
For Navy, Indian Naval Academy.
Okay. Where it is?
Sir, Kerala.
Kerala. Okay. So, as you have done your 12th in PCM,
Yes, sir.
I would like to know about how a plane flies. What is the mechanism behind the flying of plane?
Yes, sir.
If you can tell.
Sorry, sir, I don't recall.
You don't recall
Yes, sir.
about the flying of plane. Okay, tell me how a radar works.
Sir, radar gives the signals.
What is it used for? Just tell me
For
that.
navigation, sir.
For navigation,
Navigation and communication.
communication. Okay. So, Prashant, I will be giving you a situation.
Yes.
Let's suppose you are walking beside a river, so on the banks of the river, okay, and you don't have any instrument, any phone, watch, anything, and a river is flowing beside you at the periphery.
Yes.
So, how would you calculate the velocity of water in the river? You don't have any instrument. So, how will you calculate the velocity of river or the velocity of water flowing?
So we take a leaf and throw them in a river, measure the distance it flow in a time limit, and then calculate the acceleration velocity.
Okay. So you have told me, as you have written, that you are fond of running. So tell me, what is the basic difference between running and walking?
So walking keeps us fit.
Basic difference between running and walking, the activity, not the benefits. What is the basic difference when you run and when you walk?
So walk we so walking में हम धीरे धीरे चलते हैं और
Okay.
running में हम speed fast fast.
Means there is a speed difference.
Yes, speed difference.
Okay. So you have also mentioned that you are fond of watching Netflix.
Yes, sir.
So what recent movies or shows you have watched?
So all of us are there.
Okay. So who is the actor in this?
So it's Korean actor. I don't recall her name.
Okay. So these platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and name some few more platforms like these, if you recall.
So Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hotstar, MX Player, Telegram.
Okay. So these, there is a specific term used for them. So can you name that specific term? If I want to, let's suppose I am giving Star Sports these names, so you can call it as sports channels, okay, news channels. So these OTT platforms, these are called OTT platforms. So can you give the full form of OTT?
No, sir.
You know about OTT platforms? No? Okay, so do prepare. Okay,
Yes, sir.
OTT platforms about. So you have also mentioned about gymming.
Yes, sir.
So what do you do in gymming?
So at normal, I begin the gym in 2 or 3 months. So I do normal exercise like pull-ups, push-ups, squats, and planks.
So, okay, tell me what do you mean by means basic mechanism how gymming keeps the muscle fit. What is the mechanism behind it? As a student of science, how gymming helps to keep the muscle fit? Do tell me.
So, so gymming help us to our muscle bulky by daily routine.
Okay, leave it. So, as I can see, your father was an ex-serviceman.
Yes.
Okay, so he was in which corps?
So 12 core.
12 corps. Okay. So, in army,
Yes, sir.
the commanding officer is of rank colonel. So, can you tell me the equivalent rank in Air Force and Navy of colonel?
No, sir,
Anything?
I don't know the rank of Navy and Air Force.
Air Force. Okay. So, can you tell me the rank after colonel?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Brigadier.
Okay. So, okay, Prashant. So, you have also mentioned about that you were the NCC commander.
Yes.
So, firstly, tell me about what do you mean by NCC and what it represents.
Sir, NCC stands for National Cadet Corps, and I will take NCC because NCC gives us opportunity to develop skills, duties, dedication, and discipline, which help me to make a leader, sir.
Okay. So, Prashant, tell me why do you want to join army?
Sir, I want to join army because army is very reputed and secure job, and I love to serve my life for nations. And serving nation is all about jobs.
Okay. So if you are not recommended this time, so what will you do?
Sir, I will again come next year with great preparation.
So this time you are not prepared.
So prepared, but you say I will not recommend if.
Okay. So let's suppose you are not recommended any time. So what you will do?
So I will prepare hard, come
You are
again.
not recommended ever.
So then I go for IT sector.
IT sector. Okay. Okay. So Prashant, tell me that who is your best friend
So,
and why he is your best friend?
so my best friend is Rishi because he is very caring and helping nature and always give true advice.
So how did he help you?
So he helped me with some solve us problem, and when we need in emergency, he always there.
Okay. So you said that you mentioned that you have done NCC training. So how was the schedule? What was the routine when you were in NCC, and for how much time did your training?
So total training total training is 24 months, but the camp is CATC held in for 7 days. In camp, we are 15 boys who are living in one room, and we all use our own mats on which we sleep. At lunchtime, we get our plates and spoons and assemble in the primary wing to lunch and further detail the dinners.
Okay. Okay. So have you prepared for any competitive exams after 12th?
Yes, sir, I prepare for IIT. JEE.
Okay. So what was the result?
Sir, first attempt 66%.
Okay. So you are preparing again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Prashant, last question I will be asking you. Mention any three qualities of yours that compel me that I should not take you. Any three qualities of yours that will compel me not recommending you. Any three qualities that you have that will result in non-recommendation of your candidature.
Sir, first quality is my confidence. Second is
For confidence, I will not recommend you. Any three qualities for which I will not recommend you. Can you think of
no, sir.
no quality that I should not recommend you?
Sir, I don't understand the question numbers.
I am telling you that mention your any three qualities that for that I should not recommend you. Are you getting
Yes, sir.
the question? Okay.
Sir, I don't such have qualities. Why you don't recommend me?
Okay. Okay, Prashant, that was nice interviewing you. So, do your remaining test in a lucid manner. Okay. So, best of luck. Thank you. Your interview is over. You may leave.
Thank you, sir.